Now, now we are discussing capacity of a parallel plate capacitor with conducting slab. Last time we have introduced a dielectric slab, an insulator. Now we are introducing a conducting slab. So this is a conducting slab. Parameters are same. Distance between the two plates of capacitor is d. Applied field is E naught between the two plates of the capacitor. Thickness of the conducting slab is T. When it will be placed in the electric field E naught existing between plate A and B of the parallel plate capacitor, its polarization will also take place, due to which induced charges will be there on its surface. Now, because it is a conducting material, it contains huge number of free electrons. So when it is subjected to the electric field E naught between the plates A and B of the capacitor, the charges that are induced on the opposite faces of the conducting slab, their magnitude is same as that of the magnitude of the charge present on the plates of capacitor. So if plus Q and minus Q charge is present on the plate A and B, minus Qi and plus Qi charge is induced on the opposite faces of the conducting slab, then only for conducting slab Qi will be equal to Q. So due to this, when polarization of the slab takes place, it produces its own electric field due to polarization. The net value of electric field between the conducting slab, which is a difference of applied field and electric field due to polarization, is totally reduced to zero. Reason? Because for conducting slab, E naught and EP, they are same. Reason? E naught arises due to charge Q and minus Q. EP field arises due to minus Qi and plus Qi, and we already know that both charges are same, so field strength are same but directed opposite. So whereas the reduced field in case of dielectric was E, in case of conducting slab it is 0. So in this case the new capacitance will be equal to Q by V. Again we had to find the potential difference between the plates, but in this case potential difference will be simply E naught into D minus T. Last time it was E naught into D minus T plus E into T, reduced field multiplied by the region thickness in which it was existing, but now in the T thickness net field is 0, so we are left with only V equal to E naught into D minus T. E naught is sigma over epsilon naught. Sigma is charge per unit area, so final expression of V is Q over epsilon naught A into D minus T. So capacity, new capacity will be Q over epsilon naught A into D minus T. Q get cancelled, epsilon naught A over D minus T. So this factor reduces, capacitance increases, which we can also write it as C equal to epsilon naught A, take D common, it will be 1 minus T by D, take D to the numerator, epsilon naught A over D divided by 1 minus T by D, epsilon naught A by D, original capacitance C naught. So final expression is C is equal to C naught 1 minus T by D. So C increases. Again same thing, if T is equal to D, that is if conducting slab completely fills the space between plate A and B of the parallel plate capacitor, then T will be equal to D, so C will be equal to infinity, that is capacity will be infinite in nature. Reason? If this is a plate A and this is a plate B, we know that battery continue to transfer the charge onto the plate A while plate B is grounded. So if a conducting slab is introduced between the two plates, it provides an electrical contact between plate A and B. Because B plate is connected to earth, so its potential will always be equal to 0. Plate A is connected to the battery, its potential will always be high, so battery will keep on transferring the charge to the plate A, and with the help of that conducting slab, that charge through the plate B will keep on leaking into the ground, because ground can accept infinite amount of charge So a capacitor connected to the earth or ground also has infinite capacity to store charge onto its surface. That's why capacity will become infinite in nature.